welcome back to the Elbis and Elbis World Class Podcast. I'm John here with Elba.
Right, pal.
Well, yeah, not bad in a way. And last night I looked out my window and all that, looked up at the sky, saw the moon, and I thought, oh God, amazing, isn't it? Really, how like someone's actually walked on the moon and that. What do you think about all that?
Seeing Alan Shepard carelessly hitting a round of golf on the moon's surface 50 years ago does seem a little suspicious, having witnessed the panic caused by a single bead of sweat on Tim Peake's brow when attempting a spacewalk using far superior technology just a few short years ago.
It's every week, pal.
Indeed, Earth's most notable nighttime luminary has been the source of curiosity and coincidence since man first glanced upwards.
Jesus Christ.
With the sun being 400 times bigger, yet 400 times further away, we see a perfect eclipse. The moon takes 28 days to rotate, yet 28 days to orbit, which ensures only one side is ever seen. And with the Earth being 366% larger than the moon, it seems incredible that it should rotate 366 times per year itself.
Every week.
These are just a few of the seeming impossibilities that lead to the understandable view that our moon cannot be natural and must have been placed there by an intelligence far greater than our own. However, if the universe is indeed infinite and life is apparently so scarce, perhaps it is because of such coincidences that this is so. Should such improbable alignments be a requirement for the correct conditions for life to flourish, this would explain why we are seemingly alone.
Well, that Kubrick fella thought it was all a load of bollocks, didn't he?
What's going on with Elbis? Elbis.
Well, that was what's going on, and this is the third episode of the season so far, and I must say this season has gone down an absolute stormer.
It certainly has. Now we've reached the middle point of the season.
The mid-peak.
Beginning and end are equidistant from where we stand right now.
I don't know what that means.
And,
but
I think generally with the feedback we've been getting and stuff like that from the fans, we have taken it to a new level.
Yeah. We have, yeah. I mean, look, it's nice, I suppose, to see all the fans, commenting all this stuff, saying, oh God, Elbis and Elbis, you're the best and all that, you're real good. It's nice to see all that, but don't remember, just don't forget, fans, we know.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You don't have to keep banging on about it.
Stop nattering, because there has been a bit of nattering, because obviously it's been 2 weeks again. And whose fault was that? Because I was available last week.
Well, actually, fans, I've got to give this one some credit, because this week, for a change, he decided not to get any infections. He stayed clean. So fair play to you, pal.
For last week, then?
Well, I just,
what's your explanation? Where was you?
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah. Well, I went on a little trip, let's just say.
Where to?
Malham Cove. It was quite good, pal. It was
pretty crap, actually.
Well, it was.
Well, I heard that you was spotted in Meadowhall in Sheffield.
Oh yeah, well, we went there as well.
Yeah.
I'm not wrong with that.
Fancy going to Meadowhall? We were supposed to be doing this though.
Well,
I mean, guess who went to Meadowhall midweek?
Oh,
Monkey.
Well,
and guess who she went with?
Oh,
not me.
Well,
that's the point, you see. So, in any case,
listen,
more
pal,
professionality.
we had a little break. I had a little break. I took my courting companion with me.
Yeah.
She enjoyed it and all that. I didn't think it was that good, but it was
anyway, a bit more professionalism.
Let's just say I needed the break because I was sick of you coming in with all your infections, and I thought I'm going to have a break here.
Yeah, well,
let's just test Elbis the Wise and see if he can go 1 week without getting a viral infection.
The infection.
And well done, pal. You've passed the test.
Yeah, but don't forget the infection from last time may have been astral in origin. Don't forget about that. Speaking of astral things, are we going to move to Dream or Vision?
Well, I think we should.
I think we should too. So shall I do the thing to you?
Well, yeah.
Hang on.
Ladies again, fully joking.
I know.
Fully joking. God.
Hang on a minute.
come on.
The thing is, if it sounds a bit different this week, it's because I've had to reattach the plastic spatch.
Yeah, well.
So, anyway, sorry about that. Right, just,
Jukey's spatch was a bit mucky.
ready?
So. Oh, yeah. Come on, Jukes. Oh, you wonder sometimes if it's a dream or a vision. Well, the jingle. I stuffed you. Jesus.
Attitude.
Honestly. Well, the jingle there gets more world class every week.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a bit of a jukey jump, and it was one of the longest jukey jump I've ever jumped.
I won't mind, but I've done the greasing this week. In fact,
Well,
I did it last week,
I
expecting
think
you
it's
to
a
be
bit more
here,
quick.
but when you want, so it's just double grease.
Listen, pal,
that could be part
nothing
of
to
the
do with the
problem.
grease, it's to do with artificial attitude.
It could
And
be.
She's
I
got
know.
plenty. Sorry, there.
Yeah.
Well.
Well, yeah, it's Dream or Vision. So,
yeah,
I
good.
mean, did you want me to go for, or do you want to go for?
Well, I'll be honest, pal.
Very interesting.
Well, it's funny you should say that because I was about to say the same thing.
Was it?
Because it's been quite interesting this week, astrally, because, well, let's just say, I've not really had a lot of action.
Well,
Astrally, let's just say.
Well,
Well,
not
you
that sort of
know,
action again.
I don't
Good
know,
God.
I just think this week there's something going on, pal.
Well, there is.
Did you want me to go first?
Up to you, pal. But
I
maybe
think I
mine.
should go
on,
first
then,
because I think
go
you
for.
probably
go
have the
for.
most important one.
Yeah.
Well, my D or V actually happened. I think it was about a week ago now.
Oh, yeah.
So it wasn't even really in the week, if you see what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I goes to the realm, and guess who was there again? Once again. Remember my BOTW from last week?
God.
She turned up again.
It's like you're
and she
taking
was
it
like,
astrally steady with her,
oh
isn't it?
God, you know, she was bloody loving it and all that. And I was like, oh yeah, let's, come with me, love, and all that.
Yeah.
And anyway, but we was in like this warehouse.
Oh, yeah.
It was like a place where I was working.
Do you know what? An incredible amount of Dream or Visions take place in a warehouse.
Well, I don't know what's going on there, pal.
I know.
But yeah, I was in this warehouse, but I was working there, and this entity.
Yeah.
Last week, also known as Mora.
The
was
runner-up of
yeah,
BOTW
well,
last week.
yeah, but I want you about Duke. I didn't tell her she was Irish.
No.
Anyway. She was there, but she was like on admin. You know what I mean? She was on like the
admin.
Yeah, she was on admin, like the computers and all that.
Yeah.
So she was doing all that, and anyway, she came in
Well,
for
this
a
is what a
couple of
life
looks.
with you would present.
Well-
At the moment, she's got a small taste of stardom and probably all the followers and all that. She
Well-
would get with you, and in no time, she'd be a bog standard secretary.
Get stuffed.
So,
She wandered in.
warning
She was
to
getting
all
a look
entities
and all
out
that.
there, he's a waste of space.
That's
Anyway,
not
go on,
what
pal,
the
go on.
previous entities have said. Anyway, yeah, this
Previous entities.
get stuffed.
Oh, God,
Like,
all
more
over
entities than you've had bloody.
Get stuffed. You know that.
Yeah,
Go on.
Anyway, this entity, she kept having a look at and that, and I was like, oh God, loving this. And anyway, I thought, well, I exited the warehouse, right? But I went through and it was like a log cabin.
Oh.
It was a bit weird.
Yeah.
But it was quite a small area.
There are a
Now,
lot of cabins at the realm.
but it was
I've
almost
noticed.
like, have you ever seen Inception?
I have, but it was a very long time ago.
Well, it's an interesting film, and
It
it's
is
got my acting friend Leonardo DiCaprio in
Oh,
it. Leo,
God.
if you're, if you're listening to this, how you doing, pal?
Yeah,
Drop us a message
whatever.
soon, pal.
Yeah,
Hope you're well.
taking a
Get
blooming
stuffed. It's
restraining order
professional,
on you,
professional.
Go on.
Anyway, so we're in this like log cabin and all that.
Come on,
but
pal.
in Inception, they like make this point about maps. You know, like how your dreams like a map.
Interesting.
And for
Very
some reason,
interesting.
in my astral dream or vision, I was trying to exit the place where I was, but I couldn't get out. I just couldn't.
Yeah.
And I was walking around, and I found that because I was trying to exit, locations of things within the realm I was in
Now this is
kept
interesting.
changing.
Right.
So
yeah.
I was like going to a place, and then I was exiting the place, but I was going back there to see if I'd missed the exit.
Yeah.
But
so-
the location had changed.
Yeah.
So it was like I couldn't find
It's
myself
almost like
out.
time is not linear in the realm, and neither is space.
Well,
like
it made
won't
me
make
think.
sense, was it?
Now,
Yeah.
and it made me think to last week's Dream or Vision with the entity.
Oh, yeah.
God. Now I'm at air in like almost like an astral prison, wasn't it?
It was, yeah,
And
that's right.
it was when we give me the jacket, and the entities was loving it and all that. But I was thinking, I wonder why I was in that prison in the first place. Maybe something's going on here. And I think maybe this astral entity that keeps appearing in my dreams is maybe a decoy to distract me. Well, I think she's trying to distract me from, something that's going on.
Reason she'd be hanging about with you. So.
Get stuffed.
Yeah, she must.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying that she wouldn't want it with it, because she definitely would. But I do think that she's almost been put in there as some sort of distraction, maybe from the Dark Lord himself or the Dark Lord Master's master. If you see what I'm saying.
It'll be interesting to link this up with mine this week, because I think that there's some new information being revealed here about me. So, to summarise what's gone on, what is it you found interesting?
Well, I find interesting that I tried to escape the realm I was in, but I just couldn't do it. I couldn't get out, which I'm thinking.
Very interesting.
But I felt like I was close. Now, remember when you made the point of you can transport from realm to realm? I don't think I'm at that point of power yet. However, because my power is rising, I feel like I'm on the verge of being able to travel around all these different realms.
Now that is interesting. Yeah.
Because you said you could fly.
I can go to different realms.
Yeah. Whereas I can't yet. But I feel like I'm on the verge. But I feel like this entity is there to stop me from exiting all these realms, which maybe is an attempt from the Dark Lord's master or his master from making us as powerful as each other. Possibly. Because if me and you are equally as powerful, that is a powerful astral being. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm moving forward, pal, as illustrated.
But I think I'm getting there. So anyway, what was yours?
Well, now this is interesting. Go on. And I wish in a way you would have gone second, because I believe that yours will be more interesting once you've heard what's going on.
Well, hurry up with it then, pal.
Anyway. Right, what it was is, obviously we defeated the Dark Lord.
Yeah, well, we've already said that.
Well, this is interesting though, because we defeated the Dark Lord, and then around a month later, would you say something like 6 weeks later, the Dark Lord in the physical realm was
relieved of his powers, let's just say. Yeah,
that's right. So that's interesting.
His authoritarian powers.
Yes. Now remember that's interesting, 4 to 6 weeks. Yeah. Anyhow, I was in the realm. I've been a few times in the last couple of weeks, and to be honest, it's like, how the realm since we toppled the Dark Lord has been like party time basically, absolutely carefree, absolutely good and all that. There's been a slight change in the mood in the realm, but not necessarily for the worse. It's just more business-like. And what it is I'm sure even the least astral people have had like a dream before where they've been back at school or whatever. Well, I often have that, and mine's in the realm because I live in my astral house. Yes. So that's how I know I'm in the realm. Yes. Anyway, I'm back in the classroom again now. Last couple of weeks, I've been back in the astral classroom. But it's different to what it used to be. It's almost as if, the difference between when you go to school and when you go to college. Yeah. And there's a different feeling, isn't there? It's more sort of grown up. And I feel like I've graduated. So in a way, that's why it was interesting what you were saying.
Is it maybe like an astral university?
It's something like that, yeah. It's a high level of astral education than what I was previously in. And I think by toppling the Dark Lord, that was maybe like passing an exam and being allowed to progress. Now, it's real good. I'm really enjoying it in the astral class. It's a real positive atmosphere in there, and everybody's having a right laugh. And the teacher, he's a right cool dude, and he's always making us laugh.
Well, I don't know.
But listen to this, you're going to like this. I've remembered one of his astral jokes.
Wow.
Now, that is interesting, isn't it?
What is it?
What it was is he was setting up a device of some sort. I think it was like an overhead projector or something. And it needed plugging in.
Yeah, come on.
So he chucked me the cord and goes, "Here you go, Elbis." He goes, plug that into the wall and you'll get a prize. So I was like, "Oh yeah, no problem, sir." And I went up to the wall and I tried to insert it into the power socket, and it was somewhat stiff, if you know what I'm saying. But I found, after wiggling it around a little bit, I managed to securely plug it in and pressed it on. And then I turned around and I went, "Oh, sir, what's my prize then?" And this is the astral joke.
Wow.
This is the astral joke. The astral punchline. He went, "You've won a chair from the periodic table." And everybody just started laughing, and I was absolutely helpless, just crying in laughter. It was the funniest thing we'd ever heard. Now, obviously, it's not that funny in the physical realm. So what I'm saying is, we've deciphered an astral language with sponge, poppadom,
it doesn't make any sense. I mean, what?
Well, just if you let me finish. We've deciphered an astral language.
Oh! Oh,
We've
right.
worked out astral
Yeah,
dress
that
codes.
is interesting.
Astral dress codes because we know a
Interesting.
blue shirt,
Yes,
blue check shirt,
yes.
time travel,
And a jacket is like
backwards.
proper,
Jacket is authority.
Authority, yeah.
Now
yeah.
there is an astral sense of humour, and that's
Wow.
a typical joke of what's funny in the astral realm.
Well, it reminds me of that.
Yeah, you
do you
had
remember
something, didn't you?
one of my first ever dream or visions I ever had?
yeah.
And I think it was actually my first
Why
dream or
didn't
vision
you know
on the
the
first
punchline?
episode. Why didn't I know the punchline?
Same here,
Again, the
yeah.
astral sense of humour.
Amazing.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Very interesting.
See, I told you it was. Now there's just something else I want to point out about this whole
Oh,
scheme.
come on then.
And this is very interesting, and you'll like this. Because,
Come on.
bear in mind, we topple the Dark Lord. A month later, the Dark Lord's toppled in the physical. Then, it's
Gone.
party time in the astral realm
Yes.
for about 6 weeks. or whatever.
Jubilation, you could
It was
say.
as if it was the summer holidays. Now, that was about a month ago, say. Now, as we record this, the kids are all off and on the summer holidays.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
again, a month's time difference. So what I'm saying is, I think that currently on the space-time continuum, the astral realm is
It's a
just a
month
month
in
ahead of
advance.
the physical. And what I'm thinking is, it's like planets orbiting, and they're getting closer and closer and closer. And in about a month's time, I think that astrally and physically they'll be aligned on the space-time continuum. And at that point, astral warriors like me and you might be able to decide which realm we live in. I'm going astral, me, pal.
Whoa.
But it's interesting. And the nice thing is, it ties in with the end of our series, probably.
Well, it is interesting, that, pal, and I've got to say, if that bloody entity that is appearing in my astral realm is there permanently, I will definitely switch to the astral realm for good.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So,
And I'd recommend all the fans do as well.
Yeah.
But they're obviously not as astrally powerful as me and Elbis
But
and Elbis. But if you wanted to, you could maybe have a go.
but maybe because I've been around astrally longer than you,
Well,
and so it's like you say, it's as if you're learning new skills
Yes.
now.
Yeah.
And I was doing those skills last year.
Well, yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
I've gone up to the next year now,
Yeah,
and you're in the year I was in
Yeah,
last year.
possibly,
So
yeah.
we'll have to see if you learn the power of flight and things like that.
Well, hopefully so, yeah, pal.
But well, I tell you what, that was a better DRV than
Well,
I
it
thought
really was a
would be.
professional, poignant,
And-
profusely prerogative
Yes.
DRV.
Don't you understand?
If it's a dream or a vision.
Where that time?
Well, everyone, that was Dream or Vision. And then
Good one,
interesting,
actually. Really interesting.
Interesting DRV this week, let's just say.
Yeah.
And I think that as long as the season continues, that the Dream or Visions are just going to get more interesting. to be
Well,
honest.
I'm very pleased with the way that it's developing. I mean,
Yeah, I am.
and I'm sure the fans, if they listen to an early episode of the Elbis and Elbis,
We'll listen to that.
you know, you can see the development that has come along. Whereas the DRVs now, they really seem to be going somewhere. We're making good progress
Yeah,
here.
we are, yeah.
And I'm aware that there might be people listening way into the future at these poddies, just to see, you know, not only that all our predictions have come right, but that, you know, we were right all along about everything.
Well, it's like we've always said, haven't we? In years to come, in probably like hundreds of years, people will probably look back on this as a just as a
Well, they'll
pinpoint
study it probably like
moment
they do
in time.
Shakespeare.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? And if you are listening to it in the year 3000,
doth
wonder
not
what it's like.
worry
Yeah.
too much about thou astral.
I would like to ask them, what's it like then? Because it's not great now.
Well, and I can't see it getting any better. Anyway, well, the fans will be buzzing, pal, because it's that time of the week once again.
Oh, the feedback we've been getting on this. Everyone's loving it. We're loving it. And I can't wait to get
new
started, to be honest.
feature
pal.
in the
Let me,
Elbis and Elbis season. Well, it's...
Oh,
God.
it's jokey. I'm just getting
Well,
fired up.
I'll just play the jingle, shall I?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Oh, God, come on.
It's the Elbis and Elbis. Word of the week.
Oh, it's
Well, it's that time of the week. It's the Elbis and Elbis entity of the week.
Wow.
Wow. Well,
I'll tell you, I enjoy all our features, but I've never enjoyed a feature like this.
I'll tell you what, pal.
Tell you
In
that.
a way, you could say I'm quite a competitive person, but I never mind losing this feature.
Well, there
because,
are no winners and losers.
no,
really,
because
at the end of
everyone
the
wins.
week.
This is
There's
the great
a
thing
winner
about this feature.
and a
this
runner-up,
feature.
but it's still good to come second.
Everybody wins.
In this case.
Everybody wins.
Yeah.
Now, well, I suppose it's time to decide who's going fog.
Well, I'm not bothered. I think I went fog last time.
Well,
You
I'll go fog
this
if you
time.
want.
Yeah, you go fog.
Well, what shall I do? Have I got the? Do I
Soupy.
get the
No,
pre-prepared?
have you pre-prepared a punch card?
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
pre-prepared the punch
you
card.
introduced. God, have you forgotten everything?
Yeah,
you
I
introduce
don't
your
know.
bare entity.
Yeah,
And tell us a little bit about the entity in question, and then if you haven't pre-prepared a punch card, there's a thing here.
Well, this entity
Oh yeah.
of the week, let's just say,
An entrance
she
to entity of the week. She's
popped
not
up
on it yet.
on this website.
Okay, it's not another Love Island chick.
No, it's better than that.
Yeah.
It's a woman who popped up, or entity, let's just say.
Yes.
And she's on a magazine, that's all.
Okay, yeah.
But she was on this tattoo magazine.
Oh.
And she's got a few of the...
So are we talking an inked babe?
Yeah, it's an
interesting.
inked babe. And, well, I mean, I'll just get the pre-prepared.
Well, does she have the top shelf well organised?
Well,
Let's just say.
from what I've seen, pal, the top shelf is the...
The standout feature?
Feature I wouldn't mind seeing up close. Let's
And
just
the
say.
bottom shelf, which is your
And
favourite place to rummage around, I understand.
Oh, well, I wouldn't mind rummaging around the bottom shelf, but for me, the top shelf is the most attractive feature.
Well, sounds right up my street,
in
pal.
the feature she possesses. Let's
It
just say.
is the top shelf, which I enjoy.
Well, I've pre-prepared a punch card anyway, pal. So. All
right, pal, yeah, get it.
Get it.
Oh, God.
Hang on a minute. Oh, hang on.
That's it. So, can you remember the command?
It's
P-run, register A. Don't forget about register A. For fans who can't remember, what we do is we put each bare entity into a register, and then we run the P-print command, which then compares them and prints out
Hang
the
on,
winner.
pal. I think
Come on,
me
pal.
pre-prepared punch card's a bit dodgy.
Yeah, do you
Well,
want
you've only just given me the kit, to be
Yeah.
fair, pal. I mean, you didn't really give me much chance to...
I think what it is, you haven't really defined the
Hang on a
first
minute.
couple of punches.
Can you see what's... Hang on. Right, hang on. She's here.
Wow. I mean... Wow. I mean, she does have a tattoo on her face, but, I mean, she can get away with it. No, I'm not... I mean, oh, my goodness. Let's click on another one. Let's have a look at that one. I'll tell you what. Very similar to... Wow. Very similar to your first BOTW, I find. You know. And she is not someone your mother would approve of, I would say. But who cares what your mother thinks when you've got something like that.
I've got to say, if that's what...
Well, this'll be...
What does her bloody mother look like?
Yeah, well.
But she is a phenomenal piece of... Well...
Anyway, should we go on to his man as well?
Come on.
Well, I'll tell you what, with me, pal, there's been a lot of contenders this past week or so. You know, I was struggling the other week.
You've been watching them shorts again?
Well, they keep popping up. I can't help it. Anyway, it's this one was I was looking on YouTube. It was YouTube, but it was a post, not a video. You know, when sometimes people do posts. Yeah. And there was an advert. And as I say, there'd been quite a few that was on my list this week. And there was an advert, and I saw it was like a headshot of a very attractive young lady. Let's just say.
So was the top shelf?
Well,
not,
this is it.
Available, or?
The top shelf was peeking at the bottom of the headshot, if you see.
Aye.
And I used my powers of deduction, and I thought, you know what? I reckon this one's got an award-winning rack. So, what I did is a bit of detective work.
Oh, yeah.
And I clicked on the comments and started going through, and there was a few names suggested. And I looked into the names, and it was a bit fruitless. And then one name came up, and with the help of old supercomputer, I managed to verify identity and laid my hands on a portfolio of additional photographs. Now, when looking at said photographs, my suspicions were confirmed, and the rack or top shelf was indeed award-winning.
What about the
Just a bit, pal.
bombshell?
Now, the bottom shelf is something why this is a controversial pick from me, really, because I looked at the bottom shelf, and let's just say, overall, she was preposterously proportioned. In other words, there's no way the booty I saw on display could have been provided by nature, if you see what I'm saying.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So, of course, that led me to suspect this is a Luciferian. And you know how I feel about the Luciferians.
But
However, I did think to myself, I thought, do you know what? Elbis the Impetuous is going to bloody love this one, this bare entity.
Well, have you got
And so I was tempted to include her with the other contenders, and I thought, shall I? But I feel guilty, with a Luciferian connection. In fact, and this is where the universe confirmed, I must do it. The thought that went through my head is, I thought, do I dare pick the forbidden fruit? That's exactly what went through my head. And then, listen to this. Now, what's the name of the first book of the Bible where Eve picks the forbidden fruit?
It's just the Bible and that.
You are uneducated. Genesis.
Oh, that one, yeah.
And that was her first name. Genesis Lopez.
Wow.
So I went straight ahead and pre-prepared a punch card, pal.
Come on.
So,
hang on a minute.
remember, it's run, and it's register B this time. Don't forget the register B.
Register.
Register B.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying, man? I mean, she is a Luciferian lovely.
If that's Luciferian, then
I would
call
go
me
under
the
holy
devil.
things. I'd devil her eggs.
Stick my arm.
Well, but you see what I mean about the backside, the bottom shelf.
I see the
being
shelf.
somewhat enhanced.
Both shelves.
Well, the top half has obviously been enhanced, as has the face. So, thoroughly Luciferian. But it will be interesting to see what old Wow. Anyway, should we?
Well, that is one of the most Luciferian.
It really is.
Entities on the weekend. But
Steady on,
I think that
it'll be interesting to see what supercomputing makes. Of
that
this.
is some
that is
racking. I mean,
that is
racking
entity from the absolute pits of hell. But I like it.
I love a few of them shells.
So remember the command now, because we're going to finale.
So supercomputer has to choose who.
Bit of a short episode, hasn't it, been this week?
Yeah,
but
hasn't it?
Never mind. It's been quality from start to finish.
Well, I don't think I mentioned the name of my band entity of the week, actually. Well, I don't. Well, does it matter? I mean, she's got the show.
No, not really, does it?
Yeah, not really. Just whatever you think she's doing.
All right, so
she's called Chantal. Chantal Danielle.
Rhyming couplets.
I rhyme a few of their couplets.
Couple of couplets I'm interested in that. And I won't just be rhyming with them. Anyway, right, so can you remember it's P print AB, and then that will compare the two bare entities, and it will print out the result upside down on the customised dot matrix.
Well, this is a test of.
Have you done it?
Yeah, here we go.
It's P print AB. That's it.
AB.
Are you ready?
And the printer will be activated
Presently.
profusely.
Oh, hang on. That was that lever. There we go.
That bloody lever getting in the way again.
Yeah, so anyway.
It's interesting because for me, this is not a test for me. It's a test of super.
It is
the supercomputer Luciferian. That's what you've got.
In a way, I did feel bad for the Luciferian, and it is quite It's lusciously Luciferian. I mean, look at that.
Lavish Luciferian.
But there's absolutely no way nature created
Well,
this.
no. And if they did, nature, oh my god.
Wow.
I tell you what, that is some
You do
nature
get
right
freaks
there.
in nature, but...
Well, you do in a way.
But yeah, I mean, both of them...
Well, look at you, I mean, God. Yeah, it's not too bad. But,
Well, hang on.
Here we go, let's find out.
Rip it off. Right,
Hang on a
and then
minute.
remember we...
Rip it off now, here we go.
Face down,
hang on.
face down.
Yeah.
Right, so 3, 2, 1.
Oh! Stop.
3-0.
Oh,
Hey,
this supercomputer
I can't
is
lose now.
disgusting.
I can't lose.
Disgusting.
Because there's only 6 episodes and it's already 3-0
absolutely
to Elbis
disgusting.
the Wise.
And I've
Or,
got to
as
say,
he's now
I mean,
called,
Jesus
Elbis the Entity Master.
Get stuck.
Thanks
For
very
me,
much, old
this
Super.
supercomputer
Yeah.
is not only is it Luciferian, but it's also rigged because
Yes,
you're the one who built it. No,
Well,
just because
check
you
the code, pal.
No, you're like
You can't,
celebrating
'cause you
all
don't
that,
know
pal.
how.
You built the bloody computer.
But it's not.
So
It's been
if
individually
this computer is
verified.
Luciferian, so are you.
Yeah,
You Luciferian loser.
Well, in a way, a computer by definition is Luciferian anyway.
In a
so
way,
maybe
I
that's
mean-
why you enjoyed this.
In a way, I
Luciferian
mean, when you look
entity.
at that bloody entity.
In any
yeah,
case, I mean,
it makes me feel a lot better. But don't forget, I don't mind losing because everyone's a winner.
Everyone's a
this week,
winner
yeah.
in
No,
the
I'm
entity.
just going to remind myself of the two
Well,
entities.
Yeah. Wow. Oh wow.
Wow, yeah, that's Luciferian.
Anyway,
Oh,
listen,
yeah,
pal,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
we can look at that.
Sorry,
afterwards.
yeah.
Anyway, fans, it is a bit of a short episode today.
Yeah,
We've got
it
yet
was,
another
yeah,
appointment,
yeah.
haven't we?
Yes, we have. We've got yet another celebrity appearance. Obviously, last time we made a celebrity appearance in
What a hit
Minister.
we wear as well, won't we?
Let's just say the Minister has never seen a reception like it. When
No.
Elbis and Elbis struck through the door, we put the cat amongst the pigeons, and everyone was like, "Oh my
Place where
god!"
people go
bloody
to
hell.
worship, and worship that day they did.
And let's just say we had hit the town after it and saw a fantastic entity server in one of the pubs. So just shout out to you and cheers for the whiskey.
I can't remember that.
Well, he was a bit drunk, to be fair, pal.
wasn't he?
But let's just say it's an entity. I'll not forget it.
Well,
And
should've
cheers
took
for the
a
whiskey,
photo,
love.
you know what,
Yeah,
I'm like,
well,
I
I told her to send her an email, but
Yeah,
I've not
anyway.
received one yet.
Anyway, we can talk about this
Anyway,
afterwards.
yeah.
Oh, hang on a minute. I've got to get old.
Oh, yeah, get Jukey fired up. Anyway, another successful EP this week. I mean, God, bloody hell. I know you fans are thinking, God, can they put a foot wrong?
Keep on talking,
Well,
pal.
I do think that sometimes.
Here we go.
Here we go.
There we go.
Anyway, we've been Elbis and Elbis, and you've been world class.
What's going on with Elvis?